Welcome in, everyone. Good morning. Homeless, you are first for the first. Almost. Almost. Can't really say that today, though. It's the second. Oh, I feel like February just like flew past. Right, Sophie? I know you just got all excited from it. What? Homeless, what are you up to this morning? All right, let's get some music going. Oh, that's loud. Just that. There we are. It's because it's only 38 days. Yeah, it's like 28. 28. There we go. I know. But we are now into March, and we are less than 1 week away from the time change here in the U.S. That is on Saturday night. What? You have to wait. Big fingers, small phone, Uga Tunga. Yes, exactly. Right. What else? So I don't use the site a whole lot, but I was seeing like Chronos, the New Dawn, which if you look at Steam, Chronos New Dawn is still about a $60 game. It's really a cool game. Had lots of positive reviews, and it's currently on sale, but you have to go to Instant Gaming site, right? So let's go there for a minute, and it's $33.74 right now on there, and it's a Steam game, right? But the site Instant Gaming always has good deals. I just don't use it a whole lot, but you do get some really good stuff off of there. And what else we got going on this morning? Not gonna lie, Crimson Desert looks sick. Yes. Yeah, if let's pull that one up. Sure. They sell me right here, right? They sell me right on the mount with the dragon. Yeah, we're waiting for this. Only like 2 weeks for it until it comes out, but it's another game that looks really neat. It's going to be an expensive game though. $70 for their standard, like the basic game. I don't know. So we'll see. We're currently caught up in World of Warcraft. Jeepin and I spent maybe 6 hours yesterday playing, and it's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying the new expansion. So many games all the time, right? And never enough time to play them all. So on March 5th, there's a couple games coming out. So we have a couple days till it. Timberborn, which has been in early access, officially launches 1.0 and comes out of early access. That's excellent because I love Timberborn. I think it's a great resource builder, and it's cool. You get to play these beavers, right? And let's pull up Steam here. On March 5th, you also have here. On March 5th, Mr. Farm Boy officially comes out of early access, launches. There's so much content to it now, and this is the game by Mr. D-Boy, and it's awesome, right? Really excited that it's coming out of early access. He's already started on the second game, like another game, which is cool. All right, there we are. What do we have going on for today? Well, I did remember the whiteboard, so I pinned that message. It's at the top there, right? You can come in here, you can write, you can say hi, chat, you can do whatever. Just keep it within, Twitch's term of service. You were going to joke and say Mr. D-Boy comes out in early access. Then you said it was his game. It is. It's the game, not Mr. D-Boy. Right. So, let's check a little bit of what we've been working on. Right? So, why don't we just drop over and check things out. Oh, there it goes. Right. All right. Yesterday, we figured out how to do gradient effects on the walls, right? So now the wall looks a little bit better. My edging is still terrible, but it's better, right? It's getting there. Floor is okay. We have some great, sewer grate stuff that goes in here. Water drain. We have a couple items that we put into the main, like the first starting room. And I think it looks pretty good with it, right? So, the room now looks like this. And I think it looks pretty good, right? But the best part is the way it looks with the light source in the game. So let's start it. Hi, Sophie. Did you think me drinking coffee was the sign for you to come here? It must be. All right. So we have the escape, which is currently the name for this. Then we go ahead and enter the game. This is now your starting area, right? I think I'm going to put a door like back here, right? But I made like a little area, and I think it looks okay, okay. So you hopped on Arc last night for 20 minutes. All your dinos in the cryo on your pyro died somehow. Nothing else died. I'm assuming cryo timers keep going if there's not a fridge. Oh, maybe. Also, we've been on and off occasionally, and I don't know if anybody else is on it. So, if anybody else logged into the server, it would activate the timer again. But, how many dinos was that? All right, let's go to the next area. This is what we need to do. We need to make sure that I changed this up. Like 9. Okay. Yeah, so now, with the update, supposedly the whole right-hand side of the map should be open now. You know how, like, we had the island, the fire island, but we couldn't go to anything to the right-hand side of it? All that's open now. The map is finished, so... Alright, before we go anywhere else, let's work on changing out these floors. Sadly, the way... Oh, it's going to do this already? There it goes. Come on. I must have something running, like a delay and stuff, because... which I'll need to fix. Let's run it clean. So we were going to look for all the rooms. There's a lot of them. Yeah, it looks like we can go over there now. Nice. Nice. Yeah, because all the bosses are, like, the game's done, right? So the DLC is completely done. So there's all the bosses now. There's all kinds of new content to it, right? Arc. All right, let's go. Can I find this on Steam? And let's check it out, right? Did they update pictures, that kind of stuff? No. I mean, sort of. There's like this guy now that's in there. The Cyclops. Medusa's in there somewhere. There's the giant Minotaur as the boss. He's in there somewhere. Yeah, it's just a lot of new content to it, and I'm really excited because obviously that's the one that we have. And welcome in, community. How you doing today, Q? We're still getting started. We're kind of just chit-chatting about like stuff going on. We have a Ark Survival Ascended server running the Astraeos map DLC. That's, you know, available for those on the Discord. We're talking about it because they released all their newest content. Is Ark the one with dinosaur captures or taming? Yes. Yes, it is. Right. So, you get on there, you get to say, like, try to tame the dinos or run from them because, you know, they're not easy all the time. But this one is the Greek mythology map. Oh, no. I forgot about that. Thanks. All right, let's see if this works. Come on, Stream Deck. Get it to work. Hey, Sophie. That's it. All right. There we are. But the Astraeos map is Greek mythology built into it, so a lot of the big bosses are like Medusa, Cyclops. There's a Minotaur, a whole bunch of other stuff, and there's ones in there that you can, like, the Minotaur's in there as a regular enemy, and you can tame it like a regular dino. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited with that, and it's on sale right now. So the Astraeos DLC for Ark Survival Ascended is only for $4.94 right now. Yeah. So excited for that. But I will probably, no, $5 for that. It's a huge, it's not just like a new map. It's a whole DLC package for it, right? So it changes, one, yes, the whole map. Two, it's got all different dinos into it. Plus some, you know, everybody's favorites and that kind of stuff. How much is the base game? Right now, the base game is on sale. So $11.24. So roughly about $15 will get you the base game plus Astraeos. Yeah, about 16. Yeah. Yeah, so about $16. Probably easy to justify for entertainment purposes. If you think about the number of hours you're going to get out of it, this is not my list. Where is my list? If we go to here, I have, let me look for it. Arc. I mean, you know, couple hundred hours into Arc. So yeah, and that's how a lot of people look at it. 1 hour per dollar. All right, so for $16, you're going to get way more hours than that. There is no way you can complete this game in 16 hours. It'll take you 16 hours just to get yourself a base, like a good base. And a couple dinos, right? You have at least, yeah, you have so many hours with this. So many hours. It's a really good one. And like I said, we have a server for it, for the Astraeos one. Anybody on the Discord is welcome to go in there and play. And it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a cool game. You definitely will get your hours per, like, dollar, which is how a lot of the people look at it, right? Out of this. Yeah, you're still at 300, you're about 350 hours. Still haven't done everything on this map. True. We have not. We have lots of dinos, a decent base. We are just now starting to try to do the bosses, right? So yeah, if you are looking for that, that's where you want to go for it. You know, it's on sale right now. It's worth it. That's just on one map. Yes, there's like 12 now. Yeah, there is. After we complete Astraeos, we are thinking of the Lost Colony one, because it's officially out now. But we'll see. All right. That would be cool. Yeah, we're thinking about at least that, or maybe Bob's Tales. Bob's Tales is pretty good. You know, but once we get the server completed, then we'll figure it out. All right. I got to go through 20 rooms, 25 rooms, and change a bunch of stuff. We're going to get rid of the wall. We're going to change the background on this. Right, so those are going to be the floors now. I think that'd be all right. Oh, you know what I should do? I should probably make a sprite that has all the walls and stuff to it. Oh, I don't know if he's still here, but finished up the starting room queue, and this is it. I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. The walls look good on the side of them. They are still for the way the tops of it look. But you don't really see it as much, so I'm okay with it. You see it here. Some here. But I don't think anybody's going to be worrying too much about it. But I say that, and then somebody will be like, these walls suck. I'll be like, yeah, true. True. All right, so the rooms are like 1,200 by 1,200. We're going to make a sprite. Let's go into sprites. Oh, wait, you know what? I bet if we do the floor and make a duplicate of that, where is the floor? There it is. Let's duplicate that. This is probably going to have to get made be bigger. Because I need this to be 1,200 by 1,200. What are you grumbling at? Come here. Hi. Did somebody walk past on the sidewalk? It's not your sidewalk. Right? All right. You can have a Sophie treat, though. These buttons never quite worked the first time. Okay, so we have Sophie treat. There we are. All right, so we did 1,200 by 1,200. We're going to come in here and edit this. I don't think we need this to look like that. I probably want to open this up. And what was that? She owes you 20 bucks? Yes. All right, let's get this aligned. Then we'll have to line this up. Oh, so that's a problem, though. So we're going to have to line it like this. Right? And then we'll have to do it like that. All right, there's our floor for the rooms. And this is this one and that one. Let me close them. This will be a little bit longer. Okay, so this is floor combat rooms. But inside here, I think we need to put the walls. Right? So we're going to capture some of the walls. We're going to close that. This, where did my floor go? Let's make it 96 by 90. Oops, by 96. There we are. We're going to just make like an outer wall on it. I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing it wrong. All right, we need a new layer. Oops. And on this layer, we're going to put the grids. Let's choose snap. That'll make it easier. There. All right. Now we need interior walls. Well, let's come here. Let's copy that. If we do this, it will semi look okay. Oops. Kinda. We're not really gonna be able to see this, huh? So we're gonna have to change our grid back to 32 maybe. No, so we're gonna need it to be 16 by maybe 16. Let's make it smaller so I can snap it. Okay then. Not quite. That goes all the way to the top. So I think what we'll do is turn off the grid and try to manually do this. Again, most people are probably never going to pay attention to my wall here. And I've already started thinking about some of the stuff I want to do for the RPG game when I go to revisit it. I definitely need to finish out the marsh. The ancient forest needs to be added in. I do have a bunch of bugs I need to fix. I have some depthing issues with the buildings, so I'm probably going to take them all out, redo them. There. All right, that is the room. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn that off. We're going to take this. And we're just going to make a separate sprite for it, just in case. Room. What are we calling this? How about floor, combat? I don't know, walls. There. Perfect. So now we can come back in here. We'll turn on the bottom one. We should be able to come here. And in our bottom here, redo this and say SPR floor combat. There we are. I don't know if there is a code way of doing it or if I just have to do it for every room. So I'm going to just start with doing it every room, but there's probably a better way to do it. Like tell the system game manager or in it to make it so that all the combat rooms have something on them, right? A better wall system. But that's all right. We'll just do it this way. Floor, whoops, floor. There. All right. We'll go through, we'll get this all set. Like I said, this will take it'll take a couple minutes. And then we want to go run the game. We want to make it up to level 3. We need to check the lasers and then I think I want to try to adjust them and fix them. So now we're on to this one. We're making it easy. All the rooms look alike. I probably should have done this a completely different way since I went with that. But Yeah. Oops. Did I do this previous one wrong? I did. All right. Good one, 8-bits. All right. Let's do this. Do that. So now that one is up speed. There we go. All right. So what does everybody have going on today? We have a little bit of design to do today for the cooking stream, right? So at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, Jeepin has her cooking stream on Mondays. Today, after sometime midday, we're going to be trying to set up some new camera stuff, test out a few things that we got going on, and it'll be good. That's probably the stream that we spend the most time on because of all the extra stuff with it. So we just got to do rig some stuff and get it to work. So if I do, let's just do floor. What did I call it? What is this? Floor combat room. All right. I'm just going to copy it so I can do it a little faster here. But I think for a 3-month game on this, I think it's coming along. I mean, they're never as detailed as I'd like, but I haven't had one necessarily like fail as far as I'm concerned. And what you all chat think about it. All right, only 10 left. All right, there we are. We are getting there. Okay. That should be good. That looks like it'll be good. Oh, that's not going to be good. Damn it. Oh, gonna have to go back around and fix a bunch of stuff. So I guess we'll start with this next set. All right, we're getting rid of the wall, the grass one. We're placing in this one, but my wall collisions up top need to come down. And I think that's the only other thing. That won't be that bad. And last night we got to hang out on the balcony, have a drink. I'm out of cigars, so I was doing the pipe, but I need most out of pipe tobacco too. So this coming weekend, we're going down to the cigar store. And wall collision. There's always little things you gotta remember to try to do with stuff. It's just the way it works, right? All right, so now grid that. And this should be okay. We'll start playing through it here in a little bit, and then checking it out. Almost, you are back. Hopping on Arc because all that Arc talk. I don't know what I said, but that wasn't what I was intending to say. Yes. I know. Now I'm also wanting to like hop on there and play. One, two, three. So this is really, I just noticed I have this labeled wrong. This is 3. It's technically 4. All right. Yeah, hopefully, I mean, I'll get on there. Hopefully we didn't lose too many other dinos. At least the special ones, right? Some of those are a little tough to get. All right. You'll have to do a check, homeless, and see what everything looks like. You'll probably have to get food out. And there we are. All right. Let's go ahead and start this and kind of play through, see where we're at. Also, I wonder if my Arc game needs to be updated. Arc update is queued. Of course it is. There we go. Let's start it. Your plan was to do a meat run for dinos in our fridge, then fly over to the island. All right. That sounds pretty good. All right, so this is the beginning. I think it's looking pretty good. Come through here. So the level 1 enemies are all like melee, right? They just want to come up and give you a hug. That's kind of it. All right, so we'll choose the throwing it, the crossbow. You can see we're in the bottom corner here. And their speed varies. It's not always by the same type. Some of them, sometimes they go a little faster. Some are going a little slower. All right, we hit level 2. So we're just going to come in here and do this. Things that we got to work on. We need to make it so that the attack for the level 3s, the basic attack are going to be okay, and then the fast attacks that we're going to have for the enemies. Now, the outside of that, I need to work on sounds. Some more of how the beginning of the game is going to be and how the ending is going to be. And just some general stuff of alignment of the weapons on the character. That's kind of it. But we got 4 weeks, 1 month to do this, to finish it up. I play this like they're gonna hurt me. Right now, the enemies don't hurt the player. So for now. I think it'll be a fun little game. All right, so here we are, level 3. We have the telegraph sort of working. There's sort of the white arrows there. The enemies are not stopping before they fire, and they're supposed to. And the particle effect of the giant star needs adjusting. So that's what we're going to work on next, is some of the telegraph stuff. We're going to fix a lifetime system. All right. I mean, outside of that, it's looking all right. Let's try to fix up some stuff, right? So GameMaker is being really slow. Let's so to fix it, disable the debugger if not needed. No, we want the debugger. Reduce output log size ensures all DS lists, DS maps, and buffers are destroyed in game. That's probably what we need to do. We don't really have a good cleanup. We'll end up having to do that. Yeah, I think we'll have to clean it up a little bit more, right? And get that to work. All right. What are we doing here? Why did you extend to the other screen here, GameMaker? Okay. Well, we're going to open Telegraph here, which I think is one of these. We're going to double check this stuff. So laser target X equals object player Y. We're going to switch that. No, I want this to stay on the player. So we have lifetime 2 seconds. Maybe we should add in like a max lifetime. Part of it is the little telegraph, which is the white arrow, is showing up but not doing a whole lot. What I want is the enemy to pause, the telegraph shows up, then they fire, then the enemy resumes running around. Maybe. Ads are about to go off. I'm going to take a quick be right back when it happens, and I'm going to grab some more coffee, uncover R1, and then we'll get back to doing a few things. Let me think about it. So, all right, if I change this back to target X, once it will acquire a target, it will try to fire at that target. If the player moves, it will still fire where it was looking. Because right now, it's kind of like heat-seeking it towards the player, and there's no way to dodge it. Well, maybe we will. Maybe we will make this back to target. And, make this like target Y again. All right, let's try that for a little bit. All right, there's the ad break. I'm going to take a quick be right back. I will see everybody in a few moments. Get up, stretch, do what you need to, and I will see you in a few. Hang tight. Okay. Sophie, you gotta get out of the way. Give me my headset. All right, we're back. So I think we are. We changed. We changed to X, but change Y. So if we change this and make it so it doesn't do object like player, it'll allow the enemy to acquire a target, go through the fire sequence, it'll fire. Now, if the player has moved since then, it'll look like the player was able to dodge it. But I think, well, we're going to move it back to being a target. because I want the player to look like you can dodge it, right? But we'll see. So I need all these to be switched back. And I know it looked like they weren't firing at the player. They were just kind of going wherever they wanted. But we will max lifetime. Let's make that our room speed. Room speed. A little less than 1. And we have our lifetime equals max lifetime. There we are. In our draw event, we're going to change up the alpha a little bit. So this is dividing by 2 seconds. This should really be 2 SCC. But we're going to change that anyways. So we have alpha lerp. We're going to make this 2. And this is just a solid 9. We're going to try to delay it a little better. And this is no longer going to be this way. We're going to do progress. Right? So the idea I had was we'll set progress equals like 1 minus the lifetime slash max lifetime. That should help delay it. So we don't really need. Well, what we need is a variable. We have to make the progress. Progress. It's 1 minus our lifetime divided by our max lifetime. And then this does not. It's just going to be progress. Essentially, this variable here, this name, is just taking this and putting it in here. But we're taking it out of there so that we have one place to be able to find it. All right. I think that's okay. I know it says it's deprecated, but you know, we're still going to use it. So let's go to the enemy laser. Brewer, you're heading out for a moment, but you will be lurking. I appreciate it. Appreciate that you stopped in. And the lurk. Enemy laser. Let's see. The parts particle create, right, is what I think we need to fix up. So how do I want to do that? That's a good question, right? Because right now, when the laser fires, it produces a star particle effect when it hits. But right now, it's like real big. So we're going to try to reduce that a little bit. So let me just think this through here. We have particles create our laser trail. This, I think we change it so that we're gonna do like, I think we're making it a variable. This is going to be too much to be in there, and we have a couple places that we need to change it. So let's make it a variable. Let's call it part type size. No, let's just call it laser trail equals, how about part type size, or particle type size, right? Then we want a laser trail, or laser trail. It's gonna be the name of it. Size wise, let's go small. Oops, let's make it 1. Let's make this 2. Let's say 0, 0. All right. So now we'll just take this, and this whole thing gets replaced like that. Okay. But we need to work on the pixel beam. So it turns red, fires the beam, right? This is our drawing our line, which is the laser. I think we can rechange this up and do angle and length in a point direction. Then we're going to do a draw sprite with a laser beam. I think that'll work. So, just in case, let me leave that. Let's change this up. Let's do our angle equals point direction X, Y, target X, target Y. Variable length equals point distance. Did I misspell point direction? I did. All right. Point distance. It's gonna be the same thing. Oops. X, Y. Let's do target X with target Y. So now we have those. But now like I said, let's do our draw sprite. This function will draw given with additional scales. Yeah, that's what we want. So we have our sprite, which is laser SPR. We're going to have to make... Let's make it. Let's go sprites. Laser beam. But just set it to that, right? That way we can see it, then we'll fix it. And what was I in? I was in... Mondays are tough. Laser beam. That's what I was doing. Laser beam. We're going to say 0. We're going to do X and Y. With our length, divide it by the sprite width. Then 1 in our angle. And what color? We don't need to say... I already have the color. I shouldn't have to do it again. But I think I need it. I think I need that in there. Well, let's get it to work. Then I'll adjust that to a better color. Yeah. Okay. And now we need to make the telegraph look a little better. So come back in here. Let's think about this. I have it lerping. So we have angle, progress. Let's make a length in here, and we're doing point, distance, X, Y, target, X, target, Y, times our progress. There we go. Because now we'll have our alpha. We have our sprite. Does that make sense? I think. I might be doubling up here too. But now that I made the length, we should draw line length width. All right. Well, let's just change this all together. Let's do draw set alpha. I don't know, 0.7 sounds good. We get rid of this. And we're going to do a draw line with x, y, x plus our length. Nope, length. And direction x. Then our length variable with our angle variable. Oops, angle. There, comma, y plus length direction y with length our angle yeah, so we want, all right, the coordinates and then the width of the pixel. Okay, so we have y and x. Y is the length with the angle. And then the width of the thing. I think that's gonna be too small. Let's just make it big for right now. Right? What am I missing? Oh, this is a plus. That's a plus. Am I still missing? Oh. There we go. Okay. And then draw set alpha back to 1. All right. So now, I guess let's run it. See what I run into. And I don't know if you're still there, Brewer, or if you've already headed off. This is the intro room. I think it looks pretty good. I do think I need to work on the interior walls just a little bit better, right? I kind of like the 3D bottom look to it in here, but yeah, it needs a better gradient effect in here. So we'll mess with that here in a little while again. But that's all right. I'm going to make this smaller. Well, the essence thing's a little weird shape. I'm gonna make that maybe something different, and then lower it like the size in the corner. So maybe it'll say like essence with a symbol and have the number. And instead of a robot head I'll have it say, I don't know, maybe like enemies left. That kind of stuff. And it can still turn the light on and off for testing, so haven't messed up too much. All right, let's take this and a throwing axe. Can't afford anymore. Good. The other thing I noticed is when the essence is dropped, it makes it so that let's get rid of that. Let's say essence stone on floor is depth layer above the enemy. So we need to fix that. I didn't see if it was above the player. All right, so it looks like when I tap the essence stones, I'm not really going above it or below it, I should say. They're just being activated and going up to the corner anyways. So that looks okay. But these guys are going underneath it. All right. So things to start fixing now. We have essence stones need on the floor below there. How weapons look being held by player. Maybe fix player being moved to center for portals. Right? All right. We're going to have to add in right now, like they don't hurt the player. There's no player health. I don't know what to make that. I don't know if it should be hearts, if it should be a health bar, right? And maybe the bar will be across at the bottom or something. So we need a player health system, bar or hearts. There we go. Let's go this way. What if running over the essence stones also, so player contact with them replenishes health a little bit? Right? So player contact changes, restores about 1 HP per essence stone. All right, let's go up. And bugs. That crashed. Okay. Do I not get a... Why'd it stop? It just kind of froze, huh? There's not a error message. But it's kind of... Oh, there it is. It just took it a minute. All right. Well, let's close the game. Are we working today? Not working today? It is... I must have some sort of... Maybe a memory leak or something. And I'm committing here on this. So we cleaned up earlier. We changed floor and walls. There we are. And homeless, hi. So they unlocked the bottom of the map, not the right side. Oh, okay. They must still have another major another content update coming. All right, let's save this so I don't forget about it. Put that there. And then go here. All right, so let's. What was the content update they did? Arc Estrellas update. Provides an overview of the new creatures and features in Estrellas mega update. Okay. Oh, that was like a year ago. Oh, no. Update release February 20 year. Mega update. Let's go in here real quick.
The Maywing is back, survivors. Wildcard just dropped a mega surprise of a new creature coming with the Astrios map this week, and it's the Maywing's reptilian cousin, Mayguana. With a much anticipated delay to the official Astrios map by 1 day, Wildcard simply revealed through a promo image a new creature with very familiar features.
That's an old update.
This is what we know so far and what Wildcard have confirmed.
All right. So 4 days ago. Okay, let's look at this.
Hello and welcome back for another video on Ark Survival Ascended. Today is the day that the new and massive desert expansion comes to the Astraeus DLC map. And it has been a long 8 months since the map received any big updates. So it is all exciting stuff. The map will set you back a sum of £12.79, which right now is on sale at £4.22, which is a massive 67% off. So if you haven't got it yet, now's the time to get in there like swimwear. Astraeus was the first time we saw an unfinished paid mod map be added to the official roster at only 30% complete. Of course, it's a lot bigger than most maps at that, so this was the current playable area before this update, which consisted of 4 large islands, Corinthos and Forkintos, which are both included in the free version, and the paid version, which adds the lava island in the center, the large Lemnokis island in the northeast, and now with this update with the new Pyranthos in the furthest south of the map,
so
which
right
is a
there,
huge scorched earth theme. This update with the new
this is what you're talking about. So we had these upper islands and the middle island, right? So now with this update, we have this whole bottom one. On the next one, it looks like more of the vortex area and the far right island will be unlocked.
Pyranthos in the furthest south of the map, which is a huge scorched earth themed island. The map dev Nakatis went on to say that the map is now roughly around 80% complete with this new addition, and that one more major content drop will follow later down the line where it will finally reach its 100% completion. And I am super hyped to check it all out here in this video. So I will be showcasing everything new in this update, which does include the new biomes, bosses, new POIs, new caves, new creatures, and other cool new features that have been added. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Kicking things off with an introduction to the new region and biomes within it. That's if you can call them biomes. Beginning with the beaches, which is most likely where you will start friendly creatures
we have
in the furthest right of
even in some of the places we have been, there's going to be all new creatures again. So revisiting a lot of those areas is going to be worthwhile.
And Badland regions. Also, find all your usual suspects in
that's that guy.
area,
I've been trying to get him.
The creepy crawlies, the slivery suckers, the queen, which are giant scorpion-like mini-bosses also found in the sand dunes. They were in this area will see you delving into a large cave system. Inhabiting the cave are high-level creepy crawlies and these Rhinianatha drones, which are a little bit of a nuisance, but you can kill them for a substantial amount of organic polymer yellow throughout. Nakatis has done a really and awesome quirky areas
such a nice map
on your travels. It's a lovely tropical area that will offer plentiful base locations where water is abundant, something everyone loves when exploring a scorching hot biome. In the south central area, you will find the sulfur fields and hot springs. As expected, will be a hotspot for your sulfur and condensed gas gathering needs. Let me introduce you to the TBS server cluster. They have both PvE and PvP. Huge cash dollar prizes and many more exciting features to sink your teeth into. If you are interested in joining and finding out more,
it's still on their stuff.
Spot to net yourself a high-level fertilized egg from Eva. Much more efficient than the other wyvern cave the opposite side of the map.
It's another wyvern
find a few
cave.
Eggs there, but I found plenty here. So this will be your new go-to spot for your wyvern egg snatching. Furthest west of Pyranthos will be another easy spawn zone. In this region, you'll...
Alright, did you see that, Homeless? Let's go back a little bit here. All right, so now we have new wyverns. Yes. And another wyvern cave.
Fire, lightning, and poison wyvern. A great spot to net yourself a high-level fertilized egg from Eva. Much more efficient than the other wyvern cave the opposite side of the map, because I would only find a few eggs there, but I found plenty here. So this will be your new go-to spot for your wyvern egg snatching. Furthest west of Pyranthos will be another easy spot.
All right. And then yeah, we have inside stuff. Did they make Gondor?
Creatures to make friends with and plentiful resources on offer. Something else on offer right near to the beach spawn is of course the famous Minas Tirith from Lord of the Rings. We knew it was coming, but damn, what a pretty location, man. I can guarantee that many survivors will be rushing up those white steps and slapping down some foundations to claim this bad boy on day one. Ooh. Hey look, it's the throne room where Denethor was chowing down on some tomatoes like a boss while his son was out there dying on the battlefield. What a dad.
That's... Alright. So... WoW has made it, since we're looking at the ad for it, right? A new type of demon hunter. Anyways.
And that just about closes out our map tour. Let's move on to the new features. Many popular creatures from other DLC maps were added with this update. The Oasis Ore can be found.
Oh, look at that. Okay, so now I want to play Ark like crazy, right? So now this creature is in there.
And roam in the dunes. The Megaraptor from Valguera can rarely be found stalking its stuck behind the only 2 paid maps in Ascended. Another massive addition is the Phoenix, and I cannot express how excited I am to finally have the Phoenix spawning on another map, especially one like Astraeus.
Oh, the Phoenix is in there now?
So much higher. Man's best friend is also awaiting you, and finally there is now a giant rock drake cave which you can find all the way up north below the mountains of Fokintos. So this is
all right, so we have the Rock Drake now.
Officially the third map in Ark
It's up in the top left area in a cave.
And this map will definitely be the best and easiest way to obtain high levels, but maybe not as easy as we thought. The fumes in this cave are poisonous, but surprisingly not with radiation, and instead with swamp cave-like fumes from the island map. So the safest option for exploration here is going to be either a gas mask or a combination of scuba and ghillie armor. This way you'll be able to explore without your health being chunked, and you can net yourself a couple of rock drake eggs. Lovely jubbly.
Ooh. Okay, so there's eggs there too.
Buildable and non-buildable caves have been added. Some are great for resource farming. Some could potentially be good for a base build, but there's definitely a few more that are attempted to entice in the PvPers, that's for sure. I do see a good few caves that have smaller entrances, maybe still not strong enough for a good PvP defendable base, but I do recall in the caves. Right. This giant temple in the center will lead to a beautiful cave with a staircase that leads to a memorial, which thanks everyone involved in the making of Astraeus, which is always going to be a pleasant discovery. Just off from the sand dunes, you will also find this white pyramid.
There's so much content they added.
It sticks out like a sore thumb, but of course in a good way. Inside you'll find paintings and artwork scaling the walls, which I believe is artwork that was created by the community, which is really cool. At the forefront of the pyramid is a piece of lovely artwork paying homage to some of the talented figures and modders we are lucky to have in this community. Both are 2 lovely points of interest. A whopping 5 brand new artifact caves were added and are awaiting us. So I'll briefly showcase a few of my favorites here. In the furthest east of Pyranthos, you will find a hidden cave that takes survivors through some narrow tunnels, filled with all the usual suspects you'll find in desert artifact
look at that.
Caves,
That's a whole indoor like
king and queen
cave
scorpions below.
with
So the
the
last
ruins.
thing you'll be wanting to do, probably dive in down there for a cheeky bath. With loot crates and parkour,
Oh, look how big that
aplenty, so your
scorpion is over
grappling
there.
hooks will most definitely be one of your best friends here. Reaching the end, we'll see you discovering the artifact of the Destroyer. Another cave can be found just off the coast in the center-ish of Pyranthos. A very difficult cave to find and one you will definitely need to be well prepared for, especially being as it is an underwater cave that mixes in land elements and creatures within too. Fighting your way through the aquatic, slithery and creepy crawly enemies will see you reaching Artifact of the Cunning. And don't forget to grab some of those tasty loot crates on your travels.
That's crazy.
And of course,
All
I
right.
had to save the best to last, which definitely reminds me of Ragnarok's Labyrinth Cave. And I know what you're thinking. Oh no. Not this pain again. Well, luckily, it's nowhere near as extensive, booby-trapped, windy mazy, and painful as Ragnarok's. Entering the tomb will see you walking right into the most difficult puzzle entrance you have ever experienced in the game. And trust me, you'll be needing your thinking cap on for this one. Moving through
This
the maze
is,
of long and wrong-turn corners will see you facing very high-level creepy crawlies that all want to put you to sleep. Conquering the maze will see us walking into the room we saw teased many weeks ago, and damn, it looks amazing. It looks a lot like the place in Lord of the Rings where Aragorn and the boys head into the mountain and persuade all those ghostly men to fight for them. The way is shut.
Oh.
It was made by those who are dead.
All right.
But here, the dead do not keep it, and the Minotaurkos does. That's right, this is its lair, and once summoned at the terminal will guard it with some ground-pound, earth-shaking attacks. And as expected, it does not take kindly to trespassers. Once defeated, you will be rewarded well for your efforts with a small chunk.
Alright, so we have the Minotaur boss
the first
now.
Being the Manticore from Scorched Earth, giving it a slightly new arena to defend. Not a whole lot different here with this one, but it's great to see the Manticore enter Astraeus. Defeating it will reward survivors with the same tech grams, but a hefty chunk of elements. I got 244 here on beta difficulty, and I do believe you usually only get around 135 from the Manticore when fighting it on Scorched Earth, so the alpha will drop a whole lot more than that. So it will be by far the easiest boss. Having a massive health
we have a Hydra.
1.2 million on alpha difficulty. High damage and attack. Revive and breath attack at its disposal, so it will be a difficult one to beat, that's for sure. But once again, you will be rewarded well for your effort. Did try to teleport into comes. Fingers crossed. Of course, you will also be rewarded with a trophy to mount on your wall. Sugar. They typically spawn around the water pool hot spring area. Knockout.
This is cool. There's so much that got added into this.
And the platform will have the ability to walk on the bed of the ocean, which is really cool. Don't really know why you need to do this, but it's still cool. Transporting heavy loads, etc., etc.
What was that?
And your friends. Kind of from there if need be. It is best used as a support mount and for transporting heavy loads and your friends, kind of like a bus, as when using the standard saddle can open its shell and house free passengers as well as a rider.
That's
Closing
cool.
The shell will then fully protect all passengers and the rider from almost anything.
Oh, they added like so much stuff into this. Good morning, Jeepin. We're taking a couple minutes to review
so it's a great
all the stuff that has been added into Ark Astraeus map,
has the unique ability
like the
of
DLC for it, right?
Which can be done with its bite
It is
attack, also giving them a
80%
massive
complete
weight
now,
reduction too. So you'll have
not
no problem
100%.
transporting black
So,
pearls across the ocean
where was
anymore
that? That
on
was back
Astraeus. And
here
that is gonna be the end
somewhere.
of the video for today. I hope you all enjoyed it or found it. Kicking things off with an introduction to the new region. The paid version, which
so
adds the lava island in the center,
we
the large Lemnokis
previously
island in the
had the
northeast, and now
top
with this
levels, right? So we had the top map, like area, this island, Vognosir, Lemikos, and the middle island, which is the fire island, right? This new content adds in this whole bottom area, and they still have one more to do, one more update that'll bring in this one. But there's stuff they added everywhere. All new like a whole slew of new dinos, new things everywhere.
Update with the new.
Yes. I'm excited for it. It was really a mega update. And yes, there's still going to be more. So, more stuff. All right. Yes, but there's more than there's more than just one bus dino now. The bus dino. Where was that? Here. He's an awesome bus dino. Look. You can ride inside the dino as he opens his shell and has room there. Well, there goes your life. Ark is going to be will be life for a bit. Yes. Yes, it will. And that is the new bus dino.
Ocean anymore on a strip.
Okay. And it closes.
And that is going to be the end of the video for
I think
today.
that's cool. You can close the shell and hide inside it as it rides, like drives you to your destination. So yeah. There we go. Okay. System game manager, part laser. Okay. So I forgot that part. Oh, that's tough. So now all I want to do, like, I want to go play Ark. But I am currently updating Ark. It takes, well, I'm also doing like 2 other things off of Steam. You had to head back to the base. You were so overwhelmed and underprepared to get all the new stuff. Yes. We did have some dinos die. We do have to do food runs and that kind of stuff. But I think we're good. I think we'll be good. So, all right, let me try. And you need to update your game too? Yes. Yeah, that may very well be what I work on today. Play that for a little while, right? Having trouble now concentrating on this. Hi, Sophie. It is, however, not up to date yet. Like I said, it takes forever for these updates to work. Plus, I got 2 other things running through Steam right now. Stop, Sophie. Just sit. All right? Sit. What do you keep getting on your head? Last time, you played, you extended our base and gathered and made a ton of stuff and organized the chest, etc. So it'll be easy for us to gear up. Nice. Right? I think that'll be awesome. If I can hold a thought here. Yes. Okay. We also need more people to play the map. Yes. Yeah. I think that's what we do. Now that there's the big update, I think we just start telling people about it more and be like, hey, we have the server. People need to come on and play. And let's make it a big thing. You are all the people homeless? Okay. I guess so. Where is my laser trail? It's right here. All right. Type create. We have shape. I need the sprite put in here. And that might also be the issue. You still want a big rhino bug? Yes. Yeah, I want the rhino bug. There is the all kinds of stuff. I don't know if you saw some of the new things, but like there's a lot. Don't blink, you'll make a second base at the bottom of the map. Excellent. All right. We're gonna make a part sprite. That's what I need. Trail. So we're gonna make a small pixel thing, right? And now we have to make our small pixel sprites. SPR small pixel. This is going to be the trail, right? This should really be like a 16 by 16, not even, and then a whole bunch of little pixels. Here we'll do like this. Let's do the orange. Oh, I can turn that back on there. We need teleports. Yes, we do. There. We'll see what that looks like. I don't know what that's going to look like. Animate, we're going to say false. Stretch it, we're going to say false. Boolean, we'll say false to it. All right. Then we have type size. We have that, but we're going to change that. It's not going to be this. We want it smaller. This is now 0.1. And we'll say these are 0 and 0. We have alpha 2. I already have that set the way I need it, I think. The life, trail 10 and 20. I think we're good. Back to our enemy laser. Hearts, create. System. This is still going to say laser trail, and we'll make this now a 2. I think that'll be all right. Oh, we should do it here too. Here too. Okay. I guess let's run it again and see what we can do with that. For this will be a little faster. We'll say there. We'll have 2 pistols. And now, like, I'm sitting here trying to work on this, and I'm thinking about Arc all the time. Like, all the stuff I want to go do. And I'm also really happy how the starting room has turned out. I do have a little bit of work to do on the interior walls still, but the rest of it, I think, looks really good. Right, so... All right, I see the notification ads are going to go off in a minute. When they do, I'm going to take a quick be right back. I need some more coffee, get up and stretch, and we'll come back and continue to work on some stuff, right? All right, let's come through there. I also need a couple things with the player, right? So I think the player needs some sort of movement when you're firing. Player shake when firing, taking damage as well. Enemies need death explosion. Sure. So I'm starting to make a list of things that need to we don't need that anymore. Work on. And by the end of probably end of stream here, maybe we'll see, maybe by the end of the day, but I want to open up the itch page for this. Oh. I think I ran into an error. Also, ads are here. I'm going to go ahead and take that. Be right back. Grab some coffee. And I will see everybody soon. Hang tight. We're back. We're going to speed things up again because I ran into an error and we need to get to level 3. So instead of just playing through it, because I already know level 1s and 2 of the enemies work pretty good, we're just going to advance ourselves. See if that works. Come on, OBS. Okay. That should be fine. Should bring me right in with level 3 enemies. Yes. Okay. It did show the stuff first, but that's our current one. We have a couple. This was the error message I got when I clicked on something inside the menu room. And then this is the error message that I am getting now. Right? So we need to figure that out. All right. It said particles create argument for expecting a particle type. Oh, okay. So in our part size here, oh, I have this number wrong. It's not 0.5. It needs to be 0, 1. And we'll make that a 0.2. Not 21. 0.2. Right? But it doesn't return. It returns nothing. Okay, so size particle all right, well, I think that should fix it. Homeless, you don't know what to do with yourself now. You knew there was a lot of new stuff, but not that much. You're like overwhelmed, and you want to do it all. So it's probably what I'm going to do is we're going to start advancing. I'm going to go back to the far left side and go up and around and try to find all the new stuff. And then I want to go see the new area. But, you know. Let's think about that, right? All I'm doing is thinking about Arc now. We have part system laser, part. I don't have a depth to it. I do have depth, but let's list some lighting. Not what I'm looking for here, but let's make it. Let's say part system, part system depth. System depth. We're gonna do art system laser. Let's set it to like -100. Right. Then part sprite laser trail small pixel false false false, because we were saying, does it animate? No. Stretch? No. Random? No. The animation, though, will... I should make a note of that. System. Game. Part. What was that under? Sprite. Animate. Okay. You saw the new area. It's sweet. The new wyvern place is huge. You might go try to get a rock drake. Excellent. The rock drakes were in the top left, I think, is what the person talking had said. The guy that made the video. All right. We need to make a particles create system part laser X, Y. Let's get rid of all this. Well, let's keep this. Right, that should be okay. Now let's run it. I'm tempted to switch over to play, but I'm still at 80. You can't see my Steam page, but I'm at 85% update. Oh, okay. That's better. All right, look. They're not stopping though, but they are showing the direction of the laser going, right? You can see the white coming up. So you're like, "Oh, I got to get out of the way. It's going to shoot me." And Panuch, good morning. How you doing? We got a Sophie treat. There she is. Let's see if this stream deck will work this time. Let's give it a second. No. Hit it again. There we are. Right, Soph? There. Panuch, you are exhausted. You got back from Costco. I'm still mad at Costco. I won't use them yet. Yeah. Damn Costco. All right. We did not have an error, but we're not firing the laser yet either. Jeepin loves Costco. I'm mad at Costco. So they can still F off right now. That's all. Hey, Calvar. Why am I mad at Costco? Because I went there, or we went there and had a big order. They do not accept MasterCard. They only accept Visa card. And if you want to use your MasterCard, you have to deduct money out from the MasterCard, which they charge you for, and then they charge you a secondary fee that way, right? So they take extra money, but they only take Visa. I have a MasterCard. You know, oh, they will accept it. You get charged extra because like it has to hit the MasterCard like it's a debit card. It can't use it like it's a regular credit card. Yeah. I don't have my MasterCard set up that way. It's set up just like it's a credit card. Yeah. But, I mean, you're in Canada. So, the U.S. Costco will not accept MasterCard as a credit card. They will as a debit card. But they charge you an extra fee to use it like a debit card. There's this whole thing with it, right? The problem was, that image startled me for a minute. I was like, what is that? Use cash. Yeah, it was a big order though. It was a couple. We had a couple hundred on the cart, And they were like, we don't do that. I'm like, fuck it, I'm out. All right, so Costco only use cash. Yeah, I don't carry cash like that. I don't carry. Well, I mean, I have some cash, but I don't carry like a couple $100 on me anymore. Like, Costco warehouses exclusively accept Visa card for payments. Alongside debit, ATM cards, cash, check, EBT, whatever, and Costco shop cards. Non-Visa credit cards like MasterCard, American Express, and Discover are generally not accepted in the store. So the problem was I didn't want to use my Visa. I wanted to use the MasterCard for the food items. It's just kind of what I use the MasterCard for, right? It kind of messes up the budget system if I'm using the wrong card. So, yeah. But I'm mad at them still. Yeah, exactly. Use the MasterCard. Yeah, that's what we'd use it for, right? So the MasterCard I use for food. It's what we use when we go grocery shopping. We were buying food for a camping trip and a whole some other stuff to it, and it was all going on that card. That was it. I didn't want to use the Visa card because the Visa card is used for other things, and budget-wise, it wasn't budget-friendly. So I'm still mad at them. F them. And, right. I think what we're going to... I think Sam's Club. Does Sam's Club? We have a Sam's Club. Does Sam's Club accept MasterCard? Yes. Sam's Club accepts MasterCard for both in-club and online purchases. Sam's Club is just like Costco. So this image still catches me off guard. You don't like Sam's Club? It's kind of like it. It's similar. It's just not Costco. Right? That is all. Oh, so what to explain this? Costco has better quality. I know. Damn them. All right. What this is part of ARK Survival Ascended. Right? It's the Astraeos map. It recently got a massive update. And we were reviewing it, looking at some of the stuff on here, because that is the server that we have. One of the servers we have is for ARK Survival Ascended Astraeos DLC. And Homeless, thank you for the Sophie treat. Let's switch over. Come on, Stream Deck. There we are. All right. You might, I don't know if you like like crafting survival style games, but ARK Survival Ascended is on sale right now. And so ARK Survival Ascended itself is only $11.24. And the Astraeos DLC, which is what you need for the server, is only $4.94. Right? It's on sale. 67% off. So roughly, I don't know, $16 will get you the game and the DLC content. And it is survival, crafting, dino taming, right? You go out there, you got to tame your dinos. You got all kinds of creatures, like amazing scenery in areas that you can set up bases. And it now is 80% complete. So out of this map, as soon as I can get to it, it has the top, all this. Hold on.
Which are both included in the free version, and the paid version, which adds the lava island in the center, the large Lemnokis island in the northeast, and now with...
All right, so it adds, like right now, it added this bottom piece to it. So the map, or the server, now contains 3 major big islands up top, the fire island in the middle, and the whole desert region down below. This section here is still going to come on the next update, and then it'll be 100% complete. But myself, Jeepin, Homeless, all play on the server. I don't know if anybody else on the Discord has joined it or played it, but we have it. And if you get it, you're welcome to play on there and help us run around and capture and tame dinos, because we're getting ready to start trying to do some look for bosses at some point. And they've added a whole lot more, but there's so much to do now, including if you are a Lord of the Rings fan.
If you choose to venture in deeper and higher, you'll come across another large mountain, which once again will house some of your mountainous creatures to make friends with, and
Here,
plentiful
it's coming up.
resources on offer. Something else on offer right near to the...
Here, I'll show you. I'll show you in 1
second.
second.
The famous Minas Tirith from Lord
Look,
of the Rings.
they put Minas Tirith from Lord of the Rings in the Astraeos map. This is here. This is all here. I'm so excited now. Like, I am so excited. So Astraeos is the mythology map, right? It's the mythology whole DLC for it. So let me show you what you need, right? You need the base game for Ark Survival Ascended, which you can get right here, right? It is on sale. The base game is about $11.20, around there, ish. I'm not sure the conversion, but for here it's $11, right? It's normally $44, so that's 75% off. Then to play the server, you need Astraeos. So you need the base game plus Astraeos. And that is also 67% off right now. It is like $5 instead of normally $15. And those are the 2 components. So for roughly $16, you'll get, $75 worth of stuff. Yes. They have other components that are there. They have other little bundles. They have Bob's Tales with the main game for $16. So I have them all except for Lost Colony. I don't have Lost Colony yet. But I have Ark Survival Ascended. I have Bob's Tales, which adds a bunch of other stuff. But for Astraeos, it's its own DLC. So you just need the base edition of Ark Survival Ascended. and you have to get the DLC of Ark Astraeos. And if you're interested in seeing all the stuff they have added, this, how do I even spell this? Astraeos. There. That is the mega update. You can watch it. It's like 16 minutes. We've been sort of breezing through it, but it's cool. And Homeless is on there right now. So adventuring and trying to discover all the new things they just added, because there's a huge amount of content. Yeah, it's awesome. So again, if you're in the mood, like the market, for another game, that is one to get. All right. Briefly, let's look at this again. So we'll come in here, level 3. It's roughly working. All right, so we can see they're targeting, right? You can see the target. That is the white beam. The laser is not active right now, but I need to make it so that they stop a little better. And then they stop, use the telegraph, which is that notification. Hey, I'm about to fire at you. Then they fire, then they start walking again. So yeah. Now we have level 4 enemies in here. They're going to have the similar attack as well for now. Yeah. It's doing better. I think this looks better, but we'll get it, right? All right. Anyways. And I got to spend some time and try to figure out what exactly is causing my GameMaker to be really slow when I close down the game. I think I have a small memory leak in the code. I got to figure that out, but we are at 97% done with the update. It's going really slow because I have EightBitsaByte open and GameMaker is all through Steam. But this is some new stuff that I brought over for the starting room. And I think it really kind of looks really good with this style wall. Like I said, I do need to work on the interior wall a little bit more, so I'll probably do that at some point today too. But when we start it, this is the room now for the beginning, right? And it looks really good inside. Am I still slowed down? I am. What did I work on last? It was the laser fire. GameMaker is not really working very well. And I know I have a memory leak on here when I close it. So... Alright, in the meantime, we're going to come over here and try to work on this real quick. So currently, this is an interior wall. Which sort of works. Alright, let's just copy that. Indrum, you're finally off work. Nice. How's it going? You hear something's leaking? Yeah. GameMaker is having a little memory leak issue. But, you know, it's alright. I'll figure it out. And it could be just a huge amount. I gotta probably clean this up, and I think that's part of the problem. What version am I on? 2024. Can't see it. 2024.14.3.217 is the IDE version. It's the Steam runtime. Yeah. But I know I messed up. It's only recent, and so it's got to be some stuff that I did inside the code. That's just it. That's all. And I wonder... Let me turn that off. I don't need all these running. Okay. But I think the initial room is looking really good now. Like I said, I want to work on the wall a little bit more. Here, it's just not matching up quite right. Yeah, you heard the Steam version is being regarded as almost deprecated internally at this point. It could be. I don't know. I mean, if it is, it is, and I can switch to a different version, but it's still getting updates, so a memory leak should only affect a game. Yes, it does. If the IDE is leaking, well, the IDE is not leaking. It's only the game. So it's leaking. It has a problem with it when it tries to close out the game. It runs. It's still running, and it slows itself down because of the memory problem inside the game. Once it closes, there's no problem to it. Like the IDE itself is not having the problem. It's the game that's having the problem. And it only started... Saturday. So it's just I have some stuff that's code is bad somewhere. That's all. No biggie. Right. And we'll figure it out. But let me do another cleanup here real quick. We'll do a save. And if I run it, Let's wait for OBS here. There we are. This is the beginning room. I really like how it's come out. What? Right, so let me go in. We'll do one round of fight with the... And I think it's this, the particle affecting in the lasers is what I added on Saturday. And I think that's part of the problem. I just don't think I'm cleaning it up very well. That's all. All right, so now we'll close it down. And here's the little bit of the delay. Right? It's still taking its time to close it out. There it goes. That was a little better. I think some of it was it had so many outputs that it was doing because of all the different debugs that I had going. It was having trouble trying to keep up with it, mostly from the enemies. And this is one of them that I just turned off. So it just took it a few moments to try to finish that up. That's all, because it's already faster. All right. We're at 98%. Can't see it. We're at 98% for the update for Ark Survival Ascended Astraeos, and I'm excited. I want to go play it because I want to see what is new. Like I said, we have a server for it. It's on our Discord. If you like to play Ark Survival Ascended Astraeos map, come on and join. Make sure you choose gaming as a role to see that stuff, and it's a lot of fun. Sure, how you doing? How is it your Monday so far? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. It's Monday morning. It's the last day of my weekend because I have 3 days off, so I get Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But it's going well. It's going well. All right. I think that's kind of it on this stuff. I still need to fix this. Yeah, it seems like more like a runaway loop. It could be. It could be. Like I said, I had a lot of stuff running at the end of the game. This is a lot better. I need to clean up this stuff. And I think it was having trouble closing it out. Like I said, it's something I added on Saturday, which was a lot of these show debug messages. And capturing all the IDs of the stuff going on, I think was a lot for it. So I turned that off. And I think it's a lot better. It's a lot better. All right. Let's make a copy of that. Let's bring it down here. Then we need a inside wall. This is kind of what we're using for that. Kavar, you don't think GM even allows you to manage memory directly. I mean, you can, you just have to code it, but like you can tell it to clean itself up. Again, I'm pretty sure it's because of the show debug messages that I had grabbing the ID of every object in the room. So again, a little goof on my part there. What do you mean how? How is it my fault, or how is it the show debug fault? When I cleaned up and turned those off, it's already faster in closing. So it obtaining all the memory or all the stuff is just slowing it down on the exit because it has to run all those debug messages. That's all. It has to do it. All right. How does GM allow you to manage memory? I don't know. I mean, you probably are, but being overly technical and it's beyond my scope. I don't know. But I guess we can look up something. Right? How does GameMaker manage memory? There. It answers it right here. GameMaker manages memory primarily through an automatic generational garbage collector. Great. GC that runs in the background, clearing up unreferenced structs, functions, and assets that keep usage stable. While GameMaker handles most object instances automatically, you must manually destroy dynamic resources, which I'm probably not doing, like data structures, buffers, and surfaces using cleanup event to prevent memory leaks. I need to get better at doing that because I'm not. So manually, essentially, data structures like lists, map, and grids, buffers, surfaces, and added sprites must be explicitly deleted using functions like dslist_destroy, buffer delete in a cleanup event to prevent leaks. There. Oh, you can't even see what I'm reading. Damn it. Tell me, people. Ugh. Chat, you're not very good at yelling me about stuff. Okay. This is what I was reading, by the way. I had too many windows open and they were it was covering itself. No, we don't park. Hi. Right? I know, she's coming down. So, Calvar, that is how it does it, right? Must be there. Manual essential data, whatever structures, right? That is how it does it, but automatically it does it for its own stuff. I don't really have cleanups put in here yet. And I'm bad with that. So I just have to get better at creating the cleanup stuff so that I don't have these leaks and it causes a delay in the closing of the game. Hey, Blank. In most game frameworks, if you create assets or objects, you must destroy it if you don't want a memory leak. True. If you create multiple and do something like let them leave scene, or you don't do cleanup on removes. True. I see. I didn't know GM even has a GC. You are having resource leaks. We're aware of that. I need to go in and do these cleanups a little better. That's all. I mean, the other one was it trying to produce like 1,000 different show debug messages. So I cleaned that up, and it is faster on the close, but I do need to create a game exit cleanup as well. I need to validate, make sure that the enemies are not just leaving the scene, but they are being destroyed with a cleanup to it. Right? And that's kind of where we're at with it. I know I need to, so it's not, Yeah, I mean, I know. Like, I'm not endlessly creating them. They are being destroyed. Where is it? Parent, enemy. When they, let's see, object with bullets, other, I'm saying instance destroy, right? So they are being destroyed instead of leave scene or something like that. Every enemy is being destroyed. So part of it was like I said, the show debug messages, which are thousands of them. I need to go and start turning some of those off. That's it. Plus, I'll probably just make a exit game cleanup feature as well. So, but the enemies are being destroyed. It's right there. So you write the allocation, you write the destruction, or at least make sure it happens. True. Oh yeah, like this one right here. Show debug message, system game manager ID plus the string ID. It was creating string IDs for every single thing in the game. And when it spawns in all those enemies, it was just making all the IDs for it. It was still trying to catch up on the show debug messages with it. Yeah, I bet there were millions. It probably was. So, and that also included all the attacking, all the sprites, everything. It was just showing the IDs. We turned it off, and it's much, much faster now. But it is in my list. Nope, I lied. It's not in my list. On my list here, we need game clean up on exit as well. Oh yeah, it's not meant to be used all the time. And I have a bunch of debugs that I do need to go and turn off because it's working now and I don't really need to show stuff. So some of that's inside. Oh, that's not the player. I have these ones, but I need to turn off like this set. We don't need those. That kind of stuff. I have a bunch of debugs everywhere. Does GameMaker have a profile? Time to do a broad pattern search for DS and go through every place where you use them, one of those structures, and clean it up. Yeah. I know. This weekend, I've just been creating all kinds of stuff, so. But like I said, it'll run. We'll start it, right? So, GameMaker should see it here in a moment. There. Starting room. We'll come into the next room. This is where it's creating all the enemies. With like particles and all kinds of stuff going on. we'll get through this level, then we'll exit and see how much a little faster it is now that we've turned off a bunch of those show debug messages. Okay. Now we'll exit it and see what it's doing. It's still slow. It's still catching up. But it is almost there. There it goes. It's getting there. But yeah, I still have a bunch in here that I need to close, like all these distance stuff. That's what it's doing. It's still trying to catch up. There it goes. So I will get it. I figured my goofing around this weekend was causing some good stuff. Yep. Yeah, just in case you said a good comment and keep in, like, comment it out. Yes, I do. And I just have to, right, Flank? So, I comment, like, it out like this. So, I will get it. But, where are we at? 98% still. All right. So let's do a quick debug hunt here. My new XP ending is, I think, let's do a search for that. Nope. I want to do a search for this. Let's find all. No. Let's do a search for this. Object player create line 64. I wish there was a sub-versioning you could do, like Git for GameMaker Studio. That would help you a ton. What would sub-versioning do? Here, we can turn this one off. We can turn these two off. We'll turn that one off. And that one off. There. Now, let's also find this. So, we're going to look for distance. Let's just try to find distance. Parent enemy step. Parent enemy line 42. Inside the step. Here. Let's turn that off. Okay. Now, we turned off some big ones. Let's go ahead and restart it. And we'll keep this up a little bit so we can see it. So you can see all your past edits. Oh, okay. I mean, I use Git, you know, and be able to see what I'm doing. But that would be very helpful. I don't think does GameMaker have sub versioning. See if it finds anything on that one first. So it says, yes, GameMaker has built-in support for source control management, which includes integration with systems like Git and the ability to use Subversion. However, it is generally recommended to use external tools as they are more robust. But GameMaker source control options, built-in SCM. GameMaker includes an integrated SCM system. So it does have it. I guess everybody just uses like Git and stuff like that. Have I have I been keeping up with my commits? Yes. Yeah, I'm just on this last one only has like 4 little updates to it. So this is the response, right? And here is the manual page for it. Like there is some the link to the source control manual of GameMaker. You can set up a Git plugin, repository options, standard workflow. All this stuff is set here, but it does have its own source control management too. All right, we're going to start the game. We have this up so we can see all the stuff down here, but we're going to go to the next room. We'll complete this, and we'll see if it's any faster trying to close it out. I still probably have to do a cleanup on game exit, but we'll see. I think it'll be a lot faster. You can see it's not making show debug messages every single frame, right? And now we'll close it out. And look, it's already available. It did not have a delay this time. There was not much going on here. So I think that was most of my problem. Which is excellent, right? All right. Well, it is almost, it just hit 10 o'clock. So I'm going to snooze those ads. We're going to find somebody to raid into, I think. Let's see who's on. And call it there. So it's been a good weekend. We've been able to get things done. Let me see if he's around. Hold on one second. Where is... I don't see the person I'm looking for. Well, come on. Okay, I found him. He's on. We are going to visit Mr. D-Boy. Why? Because he's got his game releasing in a couple days. It is on the 5th, so in 3 days. So we're going to go visit him, see what he's up to, and say hi. But it is good, right? So it's been a good weekend, and we'll go check out Mr. D-Boy. But don't forget, like I said, it is 10 o'clock now. In about 6 hours at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, Jeep and Annie will be doing her cooking stream. And it's a lot of fun, right? So don't forget to see her stuff. And that is her link. And outside of that, she'll be gaming throughout the week. And I will be back on Saturday. Same digital time, same digital place, so 7 a.m. Mountain Time for some more game dev. But I hope everybody has a great Monday, and let's go say hi to Mr. D-Boy, and I will see you all later. Bye now.